Crawford, nobody told Crawford to say anything. Crawford's his own man doing his own thing, and that's how he feels. And we'll see how this thing plays out in the next couple of years.
Dana White is making one thing crystal clear in the war between Terence Crawford and the boxing establishment. He's not hiding, he's not ducking, and he's not playing politics. He's standing firmly behind Crawford while shutting down the rumors that Crawford's refusal to pay a $300,000 WBC sanctioning fee was some kind of UFC-engineered stunt. According to Dana, Crawford isn't following anyone's script. This rebellion is 100% real. And make no mistake, this isn't just a disagreement over a belt. This is a direct challenge to the foundation of boxing politics. And Dana White is making sure the world sees the cracks forming. After defeating Canelo, Crawford refused to hand over the WBC's six-figure sanctioning fee, realizing he was basically being charged rent for the right to defend his own legacy. The WBC reacted instantly, stripping him of the title and creating one of the strangest contradictions in boxing history. The official champion is no longer the best fighter in the world.
It's free! It's free! How you love that? $180,000 free. How much your belt cost? I wonder, how much your belt cost? Huh? I don't see no receipts on your belt. It's crazy. Y'all be having so much taxes on these belts. You got some nerves. It's crazy that you can sit up there and have all these belts. You know, you got the WBC silver, the WBA intern, the whatever belt y'all got, and you taxing these fighters every time they fight, and you claim that you for these fighters. You're not for these fighters. You probably worse than the promoters. But hey,
Crawford fired back with a blistering response online, telling Mauricio Suleiman to keep the belt and calling the world title nothing more than a trophy. He went even further, pointing out that the prestigious Ring magazine belt, the one many fighters consider the real championship, is completely free. Crawford is making a statement. He has become bigger than the belts, while the boxing world scrambled to control the narrative.
Turkey, I hope y'all get that done, man. I hope y'all get that done so we can all see, you know, people face like this guy, you know, go away from boxing because they ruin the sport with all these antics that they do. You know, they got they ranking systems when people be mandatories for years, like Benavidez. You know, they don't strip these fighters, but I give credit to the IBF. They stripped me. They ain't even give me time. They stripped me, pop me, even though I wasn't, you know, coming back down the way, but you know, they handled their business. They did what they were supposed to do. The WBC, you ain't never see them strip no Canelo for the Benavidez. He was what, mandatory for like 2 years? It's crazy. But, you know, that's that favoritism.
Dana White walked into the UFC 323 post-fight press conference looking like a man who already knew how the story ends. Reporters immediately pressed him on the rumors that he and TKO were influencing Crawford behind the scenes. Dana shut it down quickly. Nobody told Crawford to say anything. He is his own man, doing his own thing. But here's the important part. Dana didn't criticize Crawford's stance. He supported it. He framed Crawford's outburst as honesty, not rebellion. For years, Dana has warned that the boxing business model is broken.
Boxing's starting to fall apart. You know, once there was so much money involved and it got so big, guys started ducking other guys. Then you got the sanctioning bodies in there. We think this guy's the champ. We think this guy's the champ. And then none of those guys would fight each other. That's when it all started to fall apart.
Now the world's top boxer is proving his point in real time, and Dana knows it. During the same press conference, Dana dropped a hint that sent shockwaves through the industry. He took aim at boxing promoters, calling them hypocrites and pointing to the Ali Act, the law designed to protect fighters. His message was simple. The people pretending to defend fighters are often the ones draining them, with endless fees and commissions by backing Crawford's refusal to pay. Dana is exposing the uncomfortable truth.
What did you think of the WBC stripping Terence Crawford of his belt?
Listen, if you look at how this thing's playing out, and first of all, let me say this. I love that all these boxing guys love the Ali Act the way it is now. I want to see how many of them actually stay there and do that version of the Ali Act instead of the add-on that we're going to do. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to see what's going on with all these guys. They're all these guys that are crying the loudest are the fucking problems. They're the problem, every one of these guys. And, Crawford, nobody told Crawford to say anything. Crawford's his own man doing his own thing, and that's how he feels. And we'll see how this thing plays out in the next couple of years.
Are you surprised by this frosty reception from the other boxing promoters?
No, not at all. Not at all. But here's the thing that's great for fighters is
In boxing, everyone gets paid before the fighter does. This is where things get even more interesting. Crawford isn't signed long-term to Suffolk Boxing, but his Canelo fight was promoted under that banner with the financial power of Turki Al-Sheikh behind it. That connects Crawford to a new wave of promoters, billion-dollar players who have no interest in maintaining the old, outdated system. Behind closed doors, many believe this moment is a stress test.
They have options, All these promoters are saying the Ali Act is perfect and this is the way it should be. I want to see them all stay in it. I want every one of them to stay in the Ali Act as it is now for the next however many years. I fucking guarantee you they won't.
If Crawford, the sport's biggest star, refuses to pay sanctioning fees and still remains the most popular fighter on earth, the sanctioning bodies lose all leverage overnight. If mega events can be made without WBC permission or their green belt, the relevance collapses. Dana White sees this. That's why he's smiling. He didn't need to tell Crawford to rebel. The new environment already empowers fighters to realize they don't need these letters to sell massive pay-per-views. The WBC's reaction has been pure panic. Hours after stripping Crawford, they rushed to order a fight between Hamza Shiraz and Christian Billy for the vacant belt. They're scrambling to put the strap on anyone, to pretend the situation is normal. But here's the danger for them.
You wind up putting it right back into the sport, and then an even bigger one comes along, and you just signed a rights package for $7.7 billion for the UFC. We're talking about NFL, NBA, MLB type numbers, starting to get into that territory, rights deals that boxing has never had. Do you think it's possible to build a boxing business to that kind of scale?
That's the plan, and you're absolutely right. It's one of my, when I think about the boxing guys, all the boxing guys, all these guys that talk smack and all the dumb stuff that's said, these guys have been in the business for 100 years, and none of them have done anything. I've never seen a business where there's been trillions of dollars in revenue, and at the end of the day, there's nothing there because none of them reinvested in the sport of boxing. Every time they put on an event, it's a going out of business sale. We have reinvested hundreds of millions of dollars into the sport of MMA and into the UFC. And yes, we will do the same with boxing.
I mean, it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great. It's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
So yeah, you got it over with, and you immediately came back with a solution, which is going to be a fight for the vacant title, Hamza Shiraz against Christian and Billy, who we just saw on the Canelo Crawford undercard in that great fight against Lester Martinez. And you put Lester Martinez in position to fight the winner.
Absolutely.
You feel like that's an adequate response? Like this is going to be an entertaining thing for the fight fans?
Yes, it's a great fight, and Billy is very entertaining. He comes forward. Hamza Shiraz just had the best fight of his career, knocking out Berlanga dramatically in New York.
Yeah.
And Lester Martinez had an unbelievable fight with Billy. He's going to fight the winner. So there's great movement. Whenever Canelo is ready, after his surgery, when he's recovered, he's in the mix. and we have other fighters fighting, so it's going to be great activity in that.
The money-making schemes, at the end of the day, I personally, listen, anybody that's listened to any of my stuff going forward, I think we could do without sanctioning bodies. I think we could all move forward with just having one champion, one per division. I know that people will come up to me and say, well, more opportunities when there's more belts and all this type of stuff, but at the end of the day, if we get boxing right, opportunities will fall for people. If the WBC played along with their own rules all the time, to the letter, I would probably sit here and have a different opinion, but they don't. They make things up as they go along. For example, the Conor Benn scenario, right? He failed the drug test as per the clean boxing program, which is run by the WBC. The WBC provide Ben with an alternative reason to the one that he gave them, because the one that he gave, if it is true, would open up the WBC to litigation of every single fight, provided him the excuse of eating too many eggs. Conor Benn never came up with that excuse. That was a WBC reasoning. Also, we've seen this week alone, the WBC 140-pound champion, Subriel Matias. He's failed the drug test. Instead of cancelling an upcoming fight with Dalton Smith, which is coming up in January, he's been allowed to continue because the WBC don't operate strict liability. In 2019, this is an important part of this story. In 2019, a 28-year-old fighter called Maxime Dadyshev died as a result of injuries sustained in a fight with Subriel Matias. This should be investigated massively off the back of the news of him failing a drug test in recent times. Here's the best one, and this has only happened in the last 2 days.
If Crawford continues selling out arenas and headlining blockbuster fights without their belt, every fighter watching will start asking the same question. Why am I paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for this? Dana White knows exactly what that means. He's watching the old boxing world collapse under the weight of its own fees and politics, while preparing to pick up whatever remains. The king of the sport has spoken, and for the first time in decades, it's the sanctioning bodies who are trembling.